Big meaty hooks. Big meaty hooks. I'm throwing big meaty hooks all damn night. Throwing big meaty hooks. Big meaty hooks. Big meaty hooks. I'm throwing big meaty hooks all damn night. Throwing big meaty hooks.
The biggest, meatiest hooks. Makhachev or Volk predictions? Yeah, I'm going to go with Makhachev to get it done. And I'm thinking that he's going to get it done by TKO. I'm thinking he's going to knock Volk's dumbass out for taking this fight on short notice. And thing about Volk is, guys, he's not in fight shape, and he's very, very rash, and he's taking this fight based on ego, emotion, and it's not a healthy amount of ego like fighters usually have. It's over the top. And I'm looking at Volkanovski and I'm thinking to myself, maybe he got rattled around a little bit too much against Yair Rodriguez. Maybe one of those Yair head kicks that grazed off of the bald head of Volkanovski, it may have rattled his brain a little bit more than we would have thought. Because why is he taking this fight in such horrible circumstances when he knows if he loses, he never gets this opportunity again? At the age of 35, with no training camp to bulk up a weight class, like Volkanovski's going to get knocked out. It's written all over this fight. He's getting knocked out or he's getting finished. You're being too harsh? I'm not being too harsh. I'm just a realist, brother. I'm just a realist. Listen, dude. Listen, hey, don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Just shoot the facts. I know that there's a chance that Volkanovski could somehow make it close, but come on, dude. He's coming off of the couch. He told us himself he's coming off of the couch. He's been drinking. He's been having a good time. He's been chilling. All right, he's still training, but it's not the same thing, man. He's not been doing his specifics training, and Volkanovski needs to do specifics training in order to get ready for someone as good as Islam Makhachev up a weight class when he's 35. He lost the first fight with a full training camp, okay? And again, he's going into this fight with the mindset of, fuck it, we'll see what happens. I don't like that at all. This is a serious fight. And I think that Makhachev is more locked and loaded and ready to go, and I trust in Makhachev's level of focus and preparation more than I do for a Volk, who has every single disadvantage you could possibly imagine. Everyone talks about the cardio Volk. Is it even going to be on display this time? We don't know. Do you think that Makhachev and Volk can be closer because it's his last chance? Dude, it's not closer because it's his last chance. Just because this is Volk's last chance doesn't mean, oh, all of a sudden now it's on. Yeah, now it's on. As if like in any other circumstance where Volkanovski has more time, it's not the same as him having his last chance. Like Volkanovski's last chance is him taking this coming off of the couch, treating it like a fuck it fight to get a payday. Volkanovski basically said, screw legacy. All right, screw giving Islam Makhachev the respect of actually, training for him. I'm just going to take this fight and whatever happens, happens. I'm going to just get a bag. Volkanovski's settling for a bag. He's now looking for big money fights. And I think that this is a horrible, horrible sign. I think that it's a sign of Alexander Volkanovski saying to himself, all right, I feel like I've done enough. Now it's time to have fun. And so we're looking at a Volkanovski who's just looking to have a good time these days, looking to have a pat on the back, looking to be a BMF. But you're not going to become the GOAT trying to be a BMF, all right? You're not going to become the GOAT if you ended your career this way. It's not an L take. He's going to get knocked out. He's going to get KO'd for what? So that you can say, yeah, but it was real badass, though. Yeah, good for you, man. Real badass for Volkanovski. Congrats on getting knocked out, and congrats on your career going down the drain. I used to hate you because of your takes, but you're max entertaining. Thank you, dude. I can't stop watching your vids, and bro is so blunt. Okay, yeah, bro, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Keep speaking like this so Volk wins. Listen, man, as I said, it's unlike him. It's unlike him. Volkanovski a couple of years ago would have looked at this situation and said, listen, I'm not an idiot. I'm not taking this kind of fight with 11 days notice. I'm ballsy. I'll fight anyone, but I'm not an idiot. That's the kind of response he would have given us 6 or 7 months ago. All of a sudden, the big bag is on the table and he's getting older. Maybe he had his head rattled around a little bit by Yair Rodriguez's head kicks, and he's just a different guy. I don't get it. What's going on? I genuinely don't understand it. He's going to get his ass kicked, man, and it's not even going to be that hard to watch because I know that, all right, well, you're basically asking to lose. And everyone's saying, Volkanovski's not the kind of guy to make excuses. He's already making the excuses. He's saying things like, I'm coming off of the couch. If he wasn't making excuses, he would have looked into the lens of the camera and said, bring the heat. Bring the heat. I know I'm not making any excuses. No excuses at all. He would have fucking been honest. No, actually, he would have been dishonest. He would have been delusional. If Volkanovski wasn't making excuses, he'd be delusional. He's being real. Saying, guys, I'm off of the couch. It's not dishonesty. It's actually honesty. It's honesty. But again, this fight has a built-in excuse. And for the people saying, yeah, Makhachev can also have the excuse if he loses. No, he can't. All right. Yes. It wasn't ideal circumstances. He didn't get to prepare for Volkanovski. He didn't get to spar with the shorter guys or whatever the hell he would have done differently. My point is, Makhachev's ready. Makhachev's had a full training camp. He's peaked. All right. He's had the last 7 months to prepare for this fight. Volkanovski had a long time to prepare for Yair, but after that, he took a vacation. He got a surgery. It's completely different. Makhachev is the bigger guy. He's the more powerful guy. He's the younger guy. He's still rapidly getting better. But it is what it is. Volkanovski's the one who's asking for it, and he's the one that'll pay the consequence when he gets finished. And he's going to be the one that's yapping a bunch of excuses afterwards as if it wasn't his dumbass decision to go into the fight. So I'm a Volk fan, guys. I'm a big Volk fan, but he's going to lose this one. And the MMA gods are too cruel. This is what it boils down to. The MMA gods, they're too cruel to give us something like a Volkanovski win here. They just are. I know we've seen a bunch of upsets this year. It's not happening. It's not. This ain't peaches and creamville. It's just not. Thank you for the $4.99, Bobby D. I appreciate the $4.99. How is Volk's ego getting out of control when he sees this as the one opportunity to avenge his... But it's not. It's not the one opportunity to avenge this loss. He had one of the most controversial fights throughout recent UFC history. And we're talking about not only one of the most controversial fights, but one of the highest stakes fights. The two highest level champions that have ever fought each other in a champ versus champ fight. Okay, so there was a whole lot riding on it. Pair that with the fact that Volkanovski impressed a lot of people. He was 100% on a path to get that fight again with one more win. Dana White has even gone on record to say, after Volkanovski defeated Yair Rodriguez at his post-fight press conference, he said, Volkanovski can do whatever he wants. Whatever he wants. He's literally said that before. So this is not the only opportunity. It's just not, bro. It's a rash decision. Volkanovski, in the heat of the moment, said, this could be it. This could be the only opportunity. I don't want to risk losing to Ilia Topuria. And he made this rash decision and he jumped at the opportunity without thinking. So that's not the case. His ego is what's getting out of hand, man. It is. Again, it's all about showing everyone that he's tough. Why is he taking this fight? I genuinely do think he thinks he's going to win. But just because he thinks he's going to win doesn't mean that he's not being a fool. It's his ego. All right? And it's too much of an ego. You have to have some ego, but you also have to think sometimes. And you can't fight Islam Makhachev on 11 days' notice when you literally lost the first fight with a full training camp and the stars aligning when you had everything going for you to begin with. As I said, when have the MMA gods ever given us something this good? Okay? Yes, Sean Strickland beats Izzy, but we've seen Izzy lose. This is the difference, man. We see Izzy lose. He loses like every one of his fucking fights. Basically, I know I'm joking around a little bit, but he loses like half of his fights. You know, we're kind of desensitized to it a little bit. And yes, it was awesome for it to be Sean Strickland beating Izzy. Anyone else, it wouldn't have been as cool and as funny, unless it was maybe Hamzat choking him out in the first. But listen, we've not seen Makhachev lose. We've not seen, we have back in the day when he was a nobody. But my point is, we haven't seen him lose anytime recently. We almost can't even imagine it. It's kind of it's like thinking about Khabib getting knocked out. Can you even imagine that? The MMA gods are too cruel. They're too cold to let us have the upset that we want when it's someone like Khabib or Makhachev that just has that aura of invincibility. That's what it is. Volkanovski, he doesn't have the aura of invincibility, man, especially not taking a fight on short notice. He's thinking of the upside, though, because a win against Makhachev on 11 days' notice would become double champ, would probably put him top 3 all time. Volk is not thinking about his legacy like this, guys. Volk is not thinking, yeah, but if I want to sneak up in the top 3 all time, I got to beat him on short notice. Like, no, dude. If Volkanovski was really thinking about his legacy, he would play it safe and have Ilia Topuria out while he's still a guy that doesn't have a lot of experience. The sooner you fight Ilia Topuria, the better. You don't want to give him more time. You don't want to let him prepare with Max Holloway first. And You want to have a full training camp with Makhachev. He's not thinking about his legacy at all. He thinks he is, but he's not. Volkanovski's ego has gotten out of hand. He's no longer able to keep it under wraps. The amount of cope in the chat for Volk is insane right now. Yes, thank you for the $2. Diego talks fights. Yeah, people are coping big time, man. They're just glazing him. They're glazing him and they're not calling him out for making a rash decision. That's horrible for his career. All right, terrible decision for Volkanovski's career. There's no other way about it. He's not going to win, guys. He's not going to win. Sorry, I hate to be that guy. Like, listen, you know how much fun I would have just delusionally sitting here and brainwashing myself into thinking that Volk's going to get it done? I would have a whole lot more fun than I would normally have. Listen, I want to get into that mindset, but I can't help but just feel like this is a lost cause. I doubt Volk would risk this if he wasn't ready physically. Gamrot was already the backup, so why not let him fight? Wouldn't doubt a Volk. It's not going to be a stand-up masterclass, man. I don't understand this. Where do people come up with these things?
You get a fucking grip of yourself.
Stand-up masterclasses. I don't get it. When have you seen Volkanovski's ability to put a masterclass on Islam Makhachev when there's the threat of the takedown? If Islam Makhachev, okay, had that kind of striking performance against Volk without the takedowns and he wasn't seen as a grappler, then I would say, okay, maybe, because I've seen Volkanovski go from having a close fight with Max to dominating him in the next fight. So it's possible. It's possible to make those kinds of adjustments. The threat of the takedown combined with the striking is just such a beast to deal with. And I don't think Volkanovski's got the ability to masterclass him on the feet because of the style that Makhachev presents.
Volkanovski's going to get knocked out. He's going to get knocked out. He's going to get KO'd.
I know what the hell I'm talking about.